Hi everyone!
Hello.
We're coming with a small energy update for you until about Christmas.
It's gonna be exciting.
That's usually might think.
She was just telling me some hints from what she's gonna say, and I haven't seen the way that she's seeing. I find it amazing how it is. Yes, it is tough, but the perception is very good.
I hope you will like it and it will help you in a way because you might find it a little bit challenging right now. I know some of you are already experiencing it.
Only you can speak about these things because you are more positive than me. Even though we are both being realistic, but you show in the brighter side, and because we know what's coming, only you can say this.
Yes.
But I will be supporting.
It's already here actually. First of all, I'm gonna start that usually around this time of the year until about Christmas, we enter in a period of time when the night starts to grow more and more.
Yep.
Of course, it's not valid for all parts of the world, we know all this, but for the majority, let's say.
And like you were predicting, I had like a download.
You see? I saw it already.
I saw in the early morning. I woke up early, 6 a.m. Number 6, and I came outside, and the moon was with horns. You know, when she's growing, she just has a thin layer, but it's looking up, and it was like horns. So it's really starting the darkness.
Exactly. And this should not scare us, however, because like everything else, it has its own benefits. This year, however, this period of time is really exceptional because the light and the darkness are really meeting each other. So if we have to translate it into our own human perception, imagine your subconsciousness and your superconsciousness are meeting somewhere in the middle of now. And this middle of now is your consciousness. What does this mean? It means you may experience huge downloads coming from your superconsciousness, envisioning things in a totally different way, like seeing better the bigger picture. But at the same time, anything that is on your subconsciousness can come up to the surface. So the more things you have stuffed in there, like the more things you have that you dislike or that you are running away from, you're afraid of, or whatever, all these things, they are still there within you. You just put them in a very far corner, collecting dust somewhere. And now all these things can start coming up.
Technically, the superconscious is advising and warning the consciousness about the subconsciousness, that we need to do something about it, fix it, clean the garbage can, technically.
Exactly. And if you see the superconsciousness, that's actually connected with our higher self. And the higher self is here to guide us. He appears only from time to time. We don't see him every day, but he's there, and it's all about trusting the higher self. Just like we're trusting the Kundalini, who puts us into all these challenges. You may consider it like this: Kundalini is rising now, generally all over the world,
Yeah.
and the Earth Kundalini is rising. So she will take out all this garbage that you have stored and try to take it out. And the higher self is going to step in and also try to bring you the bigger picture so you don't get lost entirely into this chaos, because it can be very chaotic and very difficult at times. It means for those of you who are an emotional type, you may totally sink into emotions, whether it's depression, anxiety, or whatever. This can overtake you. Don't rush things, because now the energies are really, things are happening super fast right now, super fast, with the speed of light. We already experienced it with Andre just a few days ago, and we keep on experiencing it on a daily basis. It's like time is chasing us. It's not that we don't want to stay in the present moment, that we are running away from it, but it's almost like piles of things are coming up.
Yes, it's almost like whatever you do, like whatever you decide and whatever you think, it's going to be manifested immediately, because it's almost like it's the future is being served to us immediately. So, and the things that you created from before, it's already on standby, like on a queue, waiting to be, to be delivered. You just have to,
Exactly.
you just have to clean the hall entry of your house, of your consciousness, the beginning, so that the mailer can come and deliver all this stuff.
That's right. And if you trust in the process, if you believe in those guiding you, your higher self and Kundalini, things are going to get resolved very quickly in your favor, let's say. So like I said, for those who are an emotional type, it can bring up a ton of emotions coming up to the surface.
And the mental type?
I'm just gonna finish for the
Okay.
emotional type. Wait for those emotions to pass. No matter how long it will take.
That's the best.
It may take you even a few months. Doesn't matter. Don't act. Don't rush to take decisions to fulfill tasks if you are in emotional state. And it doesn't mean just negative emotional state. It can be a highly positive emotional state. We have to consider that this is also a peak of emotions. And for the emotional type of people, it's very important to act in times when they're neutral, when they're in peace with themselves. For those who are mental type, this will probably bring you entirely on the mind, and it will be very difficult for you to see through, to see the way.
It is very challenging, because even if you have to act with a cold-minded, it still is not giving you 100% safety, meaning that it's not full of disturbances and distractions. The distractions might still be there. That's the biggest challenge of the mental.
Yes, and because the mental type of people are entirely on the mind, they are actually able to see the different points of view of one thing, different perspectives, and it's very difficult to take decisions.
I give you motivation with my mental to your emotion, and you give me, how I say, like inspiration to continue with my motivation.
That's so cool.
Inspiration, and motivation, like a purpose on the head, and a good feeling from the emotions from you to continue.
To put things together.
Yes.
Well, that's a very good answer then. So the mental type of people can search for the emotional type of people to bond things together so that they can find solutions better for the situations. So if you go according to your type, according to who you are, don't try to really become a part of the matrix. Let's say there's a tendency of this and that's it, you have to fit into this tendency. No, it's not, doesn't work this way.
No.
That's why many times have you come upon like someone makes an energy forecast or speaks about something related, and there's people who come out and say I feel horrible right now, and others come and are like I'm super happy, I feel excellent, there's nothing wrong going on in my life. That's exactly because of this, because we are different type of people, and
It affects people differently.
right, and it is now is the perfect time to really go deeper into this, to think about it, to reflect on it, that what happens to you doesn't necessarily mean it's happening to the other people around you. Actually, most of the times it's not.
That's why when we get depressed, for example, if I get depressed or you get depressed, we think the whole world is useless and they are also depressed. But we see that it's not the case. They're actually quite happy, most of
And
them.
all of a sudden, then you meet someone super chirpy and happy, and you're like, "Wow, there was another side of the world here."
Exactly.
Yes, there is, and it's not just one. There's millions of other sides of the world. As many as we are here.
Just like our fingerprint is unique.
Exactly, that's
it's
what
the
I was
same.
going to say.
It's the same for this.
Now is the perfect time, because you will be able to tap into your subconsciousness and superconsciousness much easier, and it's the excellent time to actually start to look around ourselves, to observe people, to analyze and to understand that different doesn't mean better or worse. Different just means different. And we are here to accept this difference, and not only from those around us, but to accept our own different. Actually, this is where we should start from, to accept our own different, to embrace it and to love it to the fullest, with its weaknesses and advantages. We are all unique and beautiful beings. Some are beings of light, some are beings of darkness, but it just doesn't mean that we are bad and good.
And this, for example, means like a yes is good people and no is bad people. Sometimes you have to say no, you have to step up. You cannot just swallow everything and do things that you don't like, right? So that's what we mean. There is also bad people that are good and good people that are bad. So
Exactly.
that's what
And
we're
how
trying to
did
say.
the bad people become bad people according to our perceptions? They became like this because they were suppressing themselves. They were not allowed, because they were put in a certain shape, a form.
Frame.
Yeah, a frame, and they were not allowed to express themselves.
And that's how the good people become bad and the bad become good and vice versa and so on.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
on and
how
so
it is.
forth. If we are all able to express ourselves, who we
Was
truly
better.
are, there will be no wars and fights and stuff like this, because we will just all accept each other. It's all a battle of, I don't feel understood, I don't feel accepted. How many of you feel like this? I bet most of you, right? And this is where it comes from. So if you feel like this, try to apply this to the others. Do you accept all the other people around you the way they are? I mean, are they even what they are, of what they're showing as behavior? Most probably they're not. But if you're able to see their true self, are you able to really embrace it and to perceive it and to love it?
I think we are lacking in this world to be a little bit more psychic and and empathic. There is many people empathic, but to be psychic means you also can control what it's passing through you, and you're not just like entirely dependent on what is happening in this world. Like if the world throws you to the ground and you also fall, that's what empathic people do. They also fall. It's not like this. You have to be you need to understand the rules of this world and to go with the rules, despite the rules, according to the rules, so that you do not fall with your face in the mud, but also you are doing things in a balanced way. You don't get affected to the extreme. That's what I mean. Yeah.
So that's it for now.
Because I cannot say the word psychology, because psychology, you need a degree, you need whatever. But psychic, it's more like, it's almost the same thing, but it's on the spiritual world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We really hope all this will help you in a way, that you go through this period in the best possible way. We really wish you this from the bottom of our hearts. Be happy, love, and be loved.
Kisses, go out. Ciao, ciao. I
Ciao.
said, I want to say goodbye and I said good ciao or something like this. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.